Good afternoon, cellar dwellers, and welcome to another segment of Bass Hacks, live from the basement, featuring me, Henry James, live on Bass Hacks. Today we're coming at you a little differently. I'm gonna give my review, opinion, slash whatever of this beautiful cabinet right here. This is called the RayRay cab, and it's made by a good friend of mine, Ray Kelly, and he's a local guy who I've known for over 30 years, and he's a bass player, so he kind of knows what bass players need, and he's come up with this cool bass design that I've had my hands on for about a month now, and I've been playing through and digging on it and loving it and playing it, learning all my stuff and doing all my things with it. And I'm gonna give a little shout out to Ray, and who the only person who's heard this cab besides me so far is Dave Gilbert. Dave, big shout out to you. Order those parts for your P-Bass and I'll get that thing together for you. Alright, so let's start it off here. We got a beautiful design. I'm not sure if you can tell, but it's got a slant in the front. Nice flat retro look, beautiful logo. It's a 12-inch Eminence Neo in the bottom. It's got an 8-inch Eminence Neo facing upward, and this is a tuned, so a very extremely low tuned Celestian port, as where most bass cabs are tuned rear ported and tuned around 50-60 hertz. So you go into, music store or whatever and you play a cab on the floor and it sounds great. You get it home, it sounds okay. You get it out and play with a few musicians in a hall, and where did that cab go? Gone. So that happens a lot. He believes this design, and I'm not sure, I haven't gigged with it yet, but I'm kind of getting the idea. Took me a little to get used to, but I got the idea, and I'm feeling it. So I'll give you my cons after the good. So yeah, Celestian low tune ports made out of 13 ply Baltic birch. Beautiful piece of wood. It's very light, very convenient, very movable. I mean, it's 450 watts, 900 peak. So this can take a lot of power and big heads and big power. I think two of these stacked would be a monster rig with a big V4B, or even like a 300ST, a 300T, or PV Max, or whatever. Some nice tube rigger would sound great with two of these cabs. Right now I'm using a Class D amp, which I love Class D stuff. You know me, I like one trip in, one trip out. This amp right here is 250 watts into 4 ohms RMS. Of course I'm not pushing that because this cab is 8 ohms. We'll get into that in a minute. The amp is very basic flat EQ, 3 knobs, bass, volume, treble. I mean, bass, middle, treble, volume, 4 knobs. I'm running a speak on out to 1/4 inch on the side. It does do speak on to speak on, but I only had speak on a 1/4 because that's the way my cabs run. So other than that, it's got this cool handle. So one trip in, one trip out. You know me, I like it simple. I keep everything simple. I let my fingers in my bass do my walking and my talking. So that's hugely convenient. Throw your gig bag on, bass over your shoulder, you're out of the gig in 6 minutes flat. I've got it down to 4. So, it's a wonderful design. It's got beautiful wheels in the back. My cons about this: it's got a beautiful rhinoplasty. It's put together well. It looks like it could take a heck of a beating. It's a great cab. I'm going to give you my few cons that they're not really cons. They're things that I would ask for if he would have designed me my own signature cab, which I'll talk to him about. I'll pay for it. I would love one of these because it's a nice full range dynamic sounding cab. I think with the crossover and the port, I think that he could probably tune. I would like a 4 ohm version of this cab because I want to push this amp. I think Class D amps sound best pushed at 2 to 4 ohms. So I would like this cab in a 4 ohm or version of, and I think it would kill. And I also think I'd want a 10-inch driver here, depending on what it does with the weight and where it's angled and how it is. That would be about it. Oh, and I would move this, which is where your connections are. You got 2/4 and a speak on. I mean, too much can happen here. Somebody walk by, break this off in the socket. Better yet, worse yet, pull your amp off your amp, smash it to the ground. My suggestion would be to move that patch right up to the top next to the handle. Short cables, short cable out, short power cable, short everything. Less to go wrong, less to break, less to go, less to worry about, less space to pack too. Other than that, let's give it a listen to and see what she sounds like. We're going to play it through. All right. So we got this is a 1991 Fender VO vintage reissue. 1991. I believe it's the Chris Chaney bass. I bought it off a friend who swears by it with a written affidavit. This bass is all over the internet. It's the bass that he used on Jane's Addictions night from '91, and he used it all the way up till Alanis Morissette in 2003 or whatever, when Lakeland started sponsoring him and making him this exact bass. So we're gonna play it a little bit. So everything's flat. I got the bass up a little bit because I'm more of a traditional guy. I got the mids taken down a tick, and I got the treble taken down 2 ticks. Got the treble taken down a tick on the bass, volume all the way up. I got the volume at about 1 o'clock, only because I'm running 8 ohms, and I'm usually a 4 ohm guy, so. What a great sounding cat. Mind you, now we're just going through the GoPro mic, so you're not hearing what I'm hearing. Awesome. I know what everybody's saying. Since I'm claiming this is Chris Chaney's bass, they want to hear what it would have sounded like if I played it. I don't know about you, but it sounds like the bass to me. It's just a P bass. I know it's just a P bass. It sounds great. I'm just going to play a couple little seconds, and then we'll give my final evaluation. So that'd be like R&B, rock and roll. A little bit of drums behind it, and then final thought. What do I got on? I don't going to go any farther. I mean, if you want, make sure you go to my description down below and click on the links to Ray's website, to Ray's videos, to get the explanation more about these cabs and to possibly order one. Thumbs up, thumbs up. I love it. So, let's put this away. Final thoughts. I'm going to have Ray make me one. That's my final thought. And thank you all through 2021 for all the support you guys have given me, mentally, spiritually. It's just, you know, for what it was for the year. For me, it was an okay year for me. A lot of good things happened to me. I'm a very blessed human being, and I thank you all for everything. So I'm going to sign off with this. Happy New Year to you all. I wish nothing but prosperity, success, love, and peace to your families and friends all through the new year coming up. And we're all in it together. Y'all take care of yourselves. Valley Pub, Thursday night. Me, James Thomas, Mike Calendarian, Tony Parente. Gonna have a really good time. It's gonna be off the hook. Click like, click share, click subscribe. If you like this video, comment below. Whatever you got to do, it'd be great to hear from you. Thank you again, and again, love you all. Peace. Take care of yourselves.